You said that you've seen evidence. Like, what kind of evidence have you seen?
That's what I'm trying to hear. That's what I'm trying to hear. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what we doing. Let's get into it.
I have seen photos. I have seen.
What have you seen photos of?
So I was in a skiff, and I can't discuss all that was in a skiff, but what I can tell you is based on the photos that I've seen, I'm very confident that there's things out there that have not been created by mankind.
Based on the photos, I'm gonna need to hear
It seems
more.
crazy that
These
people
photos,
have access to information that shows that there's something outside of us that is more intelligent, at least more capable than we are, and they hide it from everybody else.
So let's just, sit on that for a little bit, is that I've seen photos that I'm very confident that there are things that are out there that have not been created by mankind. This is allegedly like in a classified setting. And
my big problem is she saw photos. I'll put it to you like this. Yes, she would have saw that the Epstein files was goofy because it had the minute missing. Maybe. Probably not even, honestly, that. My point really being is, would she have been able to decrypt the fact that it was two separate files smashed together? No, she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have looked at the damn file data. She wouldn't have. She don't know how to. That's the point I'm getting at.
I have been pushing on this. It is so
Sure enough.
complicated because at the same time,
Sure enough.
she did claim that some of the whistleblowers who we've spoken about here on this show, how they pretended to have the flu before they were supposed to show up for a briefing. Those people have now come out, at least one of them, Lou Elizondo, and he's spoken about how that's not true. So there even seems to be some intra-fighting within this relating to our previous block of messiness or whatever. And I'm not still quite sure exactly what's going on.
A Diet Coke? I don't know. RFK taught you better. I don't know. I ain't saying I trust her.
On there. But at the end of the day, what Tim Burchett, and a few other members of Congress were pushing for were some of these briefings, photos, and other things that are said to exist. The difficulty on this is we have been hearing this now for quite some time, for years and years, right? I don't know how many times do I say here on the show? And it's becoming exhausting for people to say that people who have seen classified images of this or that have not yet been able to see actually something tangible. I will say on Luna's record, her attacks on the whistleblowers notwithstanding, on JFK, she's been solid. Don't take it from me. Take it from Jefferson Morley, who we've had here on the show, who I trust absolutely and totally on the JFK issue.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that she very seriously has been working with him and others in order to get these files out. They invited him to testify. He worked, I believe, with her office and some stuff behind the scenes, which allowed to get declassification or release, and broadly saw that inquiry as serious. So if we take that together with the UFO issue, I'll say there's some implicit trust, at least on the track record. But it's been a long time since that UFO hearing. We're going to need to have another one. But by and large, it's like, just release it at this point.
Yeah.
And is it, I mean, maybe it's like Epstein. It's just, it exists. It can't be released. It's hidden. JD has said that he's, quote, working or whatever
Maybe
on
Trump's
the
in the
issue.
UFO files.
Maybe Trump is in the UFO files. I mean, do you want to know the best presidential theory on UFOs?
Sure.
Is that Eisenhower had a summit with the aliens in 19... Specific urging that she says that she said these in a classified hearing, because at the very least, it's a falsifiable claim. What I want, that's why I loved when Dave Grush went under oath. I'm like, we need more oath. We need more stuff which is falsifiable or not. No more illusions. Like, she makes very specific claims. And specifically in this next clip, she made claims which, again, we can prove are false or not if the documentation is released. Let's take a listen.
Do you think that it's possible that these are U.S. vehicles that are top secret?
I definitely think that there's a level of advanced technology that the U.S. government has. And I think that that tech can be housed within the defense contractor realm. And of course, some information is going to be classified. But I can also tell you, and this might sound crazy, but based on our investigations and stuff that we've seen, okay, there is definitely something that I think would rival what we know currently with physics and a tech that potentially is out there that we don't have the ability to reproduce, because it would basically
She seen video or just off the pictures? Because pictures you can have something flying straight up and it look like it's flying sideways. It seems difficult, but if you actually can edit, it's not that hard.
be like dropping a cell phone right off back during the time of maybe caveman. So like we just don't have the tech to develop it yet. But there's definitely something that I can tell you with confidence that exists that we don't know how to explain currently.
So when you say that it operates outside our understanding of physics,
I guess break it down in simple terms is that I think that some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things have, these energy things have,
energy things, what do you mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have. It's really changing the way that we understand, you know, the origins of life and the spiritual reality that we know.
So they move through time and space. Not in time and space. They move through time and space.
When you
Currently.
say
Time included.
interdimensional beings, that they know that these are interdimensional beings, how do they know that?
That, so based on testimony, would be based on witnesses that have come forward. But what I can tell
So
you
the
is
witnesses just were told that they were
no,
interdimensional?
that they've seen things. And what I can tell you without getting into classified conversations is that there have been incidences that I believe where very credible people have reported that there have been movement outside of time and space.
That's very vague.
Yeah. So look,
Unfortunately.
yeah. Look, have I seen a portal open? No. Have I seen a spaceship? Personally, no. Have I seen evidence of this? Yes. Have I seen?
You don't think they can fake evidence? I don't like saying this. Because I think it's not fake. I just think that the stuff they show her would be fake stuff. You think the people behind it, well, they're not behind it, but the people that are involved with the people that get paid by the people that do this stuff, you think they're going to sit there and be like, oh, okay, we're going to show you pictures of the stuff the people that pay me do. Nope. You ain't seeing what the people that pay me do. You ain't seeing what. Mm, 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 None of it. The list goes on and on. It starts at the top. It ends with me and you.
Photo documentation of
Mhm.
aircraft that I believe were not made by mankind? Yes. Is there historical significance to this? Yes. Is there multiple events that go back to, I would argue, maybe even before the time of Christ that have documented this in text? Yes. So do I believe that the government has access to certain technology? Yes, to an extent. And I believe that certain contractors potentially have back engineered this tech. I think that that's what can explain the advancements that we're seeing.
All right. I mean, what do you think, Crystal? I know it sounds crazy.
Is that this is bullshit and she's telling Rogan what she wants to hear.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
Still.
I think but that has to be the default assumption.
Yeah,
if there's no evidence that's
I think
offered,
that's totally fair.
you have like these are wild, extraordinary claims that are being made. So you better bring something
I agree.
other than like,
Seen a picture, so it's got to be true.
you know, you heard from a witness theoretically, and there might be something, but you can't really say anything.
I am
Yep.
getting sick of, I have seen, like, you know, former Undersecretary of Defense coming at me like, I've seen that there's an extraordinary UFO at the level of fault. At so much claims like this, Luna, by the way, here is not testifying under oath, which Grush, to his credit, actually did. And what's important also here about the contextualization of what she's saying is I've seen claims from people who said they've experienced it. That fits actually with the original Grush testimony before Congress, where he was talking, because remember, his goal was to compile, at just this point, have got to see like some release or some sort of evidence. And this all, but then also at this point, taking some of their words seriously. And so at this point, we really are, I think it's kind of make or break, where it either has to come out or a lot of the trust is just going to be killed.
See, that's where we're already at. Yep, we been there.
forever.
Yeah.
It's a show a complete belief that there is. She's using it to try and get, people like us are talking about it.
Yeah.
But
This lady
release
wants
and do
attention.
something like she did with JFK, or I just don't want to hear about it anymore from you. I would be better off not hearing it than to, get your hopes up and to get crushed like over and over again.
Yeah.
When he was on our,
No, that's a great point too.
Yeah.
And you remember Trump specifically talking about the drones and how he's going to reveal
Yes,
everything
I
when he gets
know.
in. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay. And then he comes out and he's just like,
The same thing Joe Biden said.
it's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you, I know what it is.
Yep.
And it's nothing you should worry about. Oh,
But I can't tell you it's classified, but I wish I could.
okay. This is the transparency. Thanks. This is great. Thanks. So
Yeah.
I guess I just sort of roll my eyes at this stuff until I get something more concrete at this
I think
point.
that's fair. I think it's a normal reaction now at this point. Like I said, I would, ma'am, we're guest standing by, Dave.
Let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.